should probably introduce you.
Go for it.
Okay.
Liz Culley.
Liz Culley.
Hey,
Welcome
hey.
to Pants.
Liz
Thank
Culley,
you, for
you have your
having
own
me.
podcast called Cool, Cool, Cool.
I do.
And this,
Where does Cool, Cool, Cool come from?
Don't you ever hear people say like cool, cool, cool?
Oh, right. Like enough. Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah.
that's cool. Yeah.
It's
It definitely rolls
getting
off
to
your
the
tongue.
point.
I think I say it a lot, which
Right.
is why.
which is a great way to name your podcast.
Yeah, it was
That's
hard. It was
smart.
hard to come up with one. Well, the one before
Was what?
that scissoring isn't a thing. And that was
Was it taken?
No, I own the website. No,
And
I had
so-
scissoring as I had that podcast for years.
Was this
Oh,
a
you
gay?
did-
Was it a
Oh.
sexually
it
sort?
wasn't. And actually, mutual friend Fortune Feemster, who we love, was
Loves.
like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to come on your sex podcast." I'm like, "Dude,
Well,
it's
sure,
not
it
a
kinda-
sex podcast. It's just
But it
a
gives
funny name,
But it gives the illusion that it could be.
sex."
Well, sure.
Why did you
scissoring
change it?
isn't a thing.
Well, that had only 3 seasons and it ended. We didn't make it to the 4th.
You didn't get to renegotiate.
We didn't.
I'm sorry.
We did not. So that was the end of that. And then I wanted to do one on my own.
Yes.
And so cool was
Very
birthed.
successful.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I would think so.
How long
since
have
I'm
you
here.
been doing Cool, Cool, Cool for?
I've done almost 100 episodes, so almost 2.5 years.
Okay.
So,
So you were kind of, we feel very proud that we were on the cusp of it starting podcasting. Not starting, but you know what I mean.
yeah,
We were
Before everybody,
the-
now you can
before
get
the
mics
mad
at Target.
rush.
can you get mics at Target?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh,
You can get,
Yeah, there.
there's a podcast
Val
section,
said that there's like a
apparently.
podcast section or aisle at Target.
Yeah, they have these.
That makes me want to play in traffic. That's what I mean. I think everyone does have a podcast, and everybody thinks they can have a podcast, which in some ways is cool because we've all seen the democratization of content, and everybody can have one, but not everybody should have one. Like kids.
Well, also,
Wait, why do you say that though?
I don't know if everyone should have a podcast. You know what I mean?
Well,
but I think what separates it is the commitment. Because the idea sounds great in theory. Oh, we're gonna do a podcast. It's great. We can make some money, but no one realizes the time and the effort and the commitment it takes to actually make it last for longer than this bright idea you might have had.
It's true.
It's hard. Like
It is hard.
like that's like you and I are always saying.
yeah.
Look what we've done.
But are
going
you
on-
saying, yes, we do. Are you saying,
Thank you for grabbing my name.
yeah,
with
I
such
loved it. I
with
just
such
wanted you to
comfort
feel
and support.
heard.
Thank you.
I was like,
Wow.
I hear you.
It's like what my mom
wanted to-
does when she's like,
well-
"Good job, hon."
Yeah.
Good comment.
I just realized my hands. Look how veiny they are. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, enough about podcasts.
Yeah.
No,
Screw 'em.
No, but
no.
well, I do.
It's-
I want to know when you say not everyone should have
Yeah.
one because you think not everyone's interesting. You think there's just too much out there. There's
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone is their own special snowflake, and everybody has their own story to tell, and some have worse traumas than others. But I think that I mean it in the sense that like not everybody needs to be like a social media star. Not everyone should be an actor. Not everyone should be a doctor. Like I feel like the thing about podcasts is that everybody wants to be heard so badly, so they're like, I'll just start a podcast, and it's like. Or you could just like go to therapy. Or
okay.
just think about it, write it in a journal.
But then that's where I think it begins to get weeded out when people realize, oh, this is actually harder than it looks.
And it's hard. That's true. And it's also really hard to find podcasts. Like I'll stumble on one and I'm like, whoa, this is great.
It's
I
like
never would've
television.
used
It's
it.
like the television industry 2 years ago when there was too much television and you couldn't keep up with the content. And one friend is saying, you got to watch this. And then you're reading about that. And everyone's saying, I don't have time to watch any of this because there's too much. That's how podcasts feel right now. There's so many.
Yeah, it's true.
You're just
What do you do on Cool that makes it makes it stand out?
Wow, that's a really great question.
Well, I think it's you. I think it's
Yep.
you.
Oh, that's
like
so kind.
you're special. No, and you're great
You
at
are
what
a
you do,
special
and you're an
snowflake. It's
interesting
true.
like interviewer, and you're funny, and that's what I think makes. Well, that's what makes me listen to someone.
It's all about
Or not.
It's all about the person who's
Okay,
running
well,
the
thank
show.
you so much. I think I've tried different things. My first couple episodes, I had like 4 or 5 people on them. So I would have a question. So like the first episode I ever did of Cool was, is tennis gay? And I have a best friend of mine who is a Grand Slam winner, Olympian.
Great question.
Yeah, and she's out lesbian. And I know all these lesbian tennis players, but I hadn't known.
Is her name Dana Fairbanks?
It is. R.I.P. I just talk to her, every night. So I interviewed her, and then I did this whole story about how I used to smoke weed in this is true, Steffi Graf and Andre Agassi's backyard in Marin.
What?
They had this amazing palatial, They lived in this gorgeous house in Tiburon on this big hill called Go Martin, and I used to walk my dog and smoke weed in their backyard because they were never around.
Oh, I think you meant with them.
That'd be so cool. No.
They were out of
So
town.
you're just
and
So they were out of town, and I
this
just be
is a great
whatever,
yard.
I'll just smoke here and look out on this beautiful view of San Francisco, and it was great. So I would relate tennis back to myself, and then I kept trying to find the gay person in tennis, and it was this man who only came out after he retired, and so so I tried that with my podcast. It's hard, to your point, it's a lot of work. And then it was a lot of queer people I was interviewing. Then I just said, honestly, fuck all this. I'm just going to interview people I think are cool. And that's what I just different people. Yes, they're queer. Maybe they're not. I just had this woman on this week who is the most famous audio book narrator in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's
random.
got the perfect voice for
She's
it.
the Adele of audiobooks.
Really?
She's done Gone Girl, Taylor Jenkins reads if a celebrity is not reading their own book, they hire her.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew.
Whoa.
And was her voice amazing when
was her voice amazing?
Yeah, in
I
person.
was just tell me everything.
Really?
Read the phone book. Yeah.
Okay, what okay, you just got a huge fucking job.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
So tell me what this job is.
what
You're now
happens?
at Hollywood Reporter.
Hollywood Reporter.
Doing what exactly?
So same sort of thing I've been doing, which is working with all of the studios on their business. So Disney, for instance,
with all the studios
will want to run campaigns for a show, and we'll run, pages in the magazine or digital advertising or events, or come up with cool branded content ideas to market that show. But the main thing that I do, and that I did at Vanity Fair, is I do all the FYC marketing, which is for your consideration, which is Emmys, Oscars, Golden Globes. I mean, I could really bore these
And that's
people.
what you did at Condé Nast, right?
I did do
so
that at
they
Condé
just
Nast.
did they just
poach
nab you
you?
and say,
They
do what
did.
you're
They
doing
poached
there
you.
and do it here?
They did.
Okay.
But then I the president
That's
of
hot.
THR, yeah, it was hot. The president of THR is really cool. He came from iHeart. His name's Joe. He's wonderful. And I think what was great and what I'm excited about this job is that he really was able to see me for who I was. So it's vice president of entertainment, but also special projects, which you're thinking to yourself, what is that bullshit? That's what rich kids get at their parents' company. That's the title that you would think. You're oh, this is a special project.
Yeah, special
Yeah, it's
projects.
nothing. But what I really want to make of it is working with editorial on helping them come up with new podcast ideas or new content ideas, events, things like that.
Okay.
Is it like when your favorite show 90210 got rebooted or something happened and then they had the Peach Pit
Yes.
pop-up?
They had the-
that would be
yeah,
something
on
you would
Melrose.
think of?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually know who did that.
You do?
Did you ever go to?
Was it
Did you?
I
successful?
didn't, because it was
It was
a
successful.
competitive situation at the time. And I was like, this motherfucker. But it was a very good idea.
Well, we wanted to play a game with you.
Oh,
Speaking
great.
of games.
Okay.
Val, how do you want to do it?
What's the game? More pants in just a moment.
Kate, I think most of our listeners are probably like us. At the end of the night, you just want to lay down somewhere comfy, catch up on your social media and just relax.
Yeah, of course. I just want to unwind, have one of my shows on with a cozy snack.
That's right. Yep. And another fun way to unwind are mobile games. Endless hours of phone and excitement. We have a sponsor, lovetoplay.com, that offers just that.
And Love to Play is a platform where you can play anywhere and anytime. It's like having Vegas at your fingertips.
There's a huge variety of games, and you get to be online with fellow players. It's such an inclusive and supportive, fun environment. Who doesn't love a good reward either, right? especially when you're playing a game. And there are exclusive bonuses and rewards every time you play.
So tonight, while you're unwinding, take a look at www.lovetoplay.com. Listeners of our show can get your first 50 spins for using promo code PANTS.
That's LOVE, the number 2, PLAY.com. Find excitement in every day with Love to Play. Okay, so this game is called Which is Gayer? What's it called?
What's gayer?
This
What's
game
gayer?
is called What's Gayer? Okay, so
Okay.
because you're a homo, we thought you'd be good at this.
Great.
Okay, Kate, do you want to start?
Do I say this or that? Okay.
You just read the thing on your card.
Jeep or Bronco?
Bronco.
Jeep is so much gayer.
Jeep all day.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeep
Bronco's
is the
pretty
gayest.
gay.
Yeah.
Jeep.
Is this a majority game?
I don't know if there's a win or
I don't
like,
think there's a win.
but I feel like 2
okay.
out of 3.
It's
Just
just like
asking.
what's your
Statistics.
It's like button fly or zipper, peanut butter or jelly. It's like yes or no. It's
Gotta.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Apples or oranges?
What's gay? I'm sorry. I can't fucking treat fruit like it's a
Why?
fucking
Just
gay fruit. It's a
imagine-
fucking apple. It's an orange.
All fruit, I think, is gay. Is
This
actually
is what
the
she's
answer.
like
There you
playing
go.
any game. Like you try to play pickleball. What the fuck are these rules? They're fucking. It's
Don't
just
get
a
me
ball.
started
It's a
on
fucking
pickleball.
paddle. You're like it's a game.
Actually, pickleball is the gayest.
but how can you get
Pickleball
so
is the
angry?
gayest.
Though you know what's funny is I have merch that says tennis is gay.
Tennis is gay.
Yeah.
You know
But
what?
why do you get angry about?
Because
gay
I
things?
don't think like an apple is gay, an orange is gay. Like a Bronco, I'm like
Do
Bronco
you?
and a
If you were
Jeep.
gonna pick, what would you pick?
Sorry.
I think apple was what came to mind.
Really, I would go orange because it's juicy.
Well,
I would say it's fruit.
Okay. Okay. All right, you're next.
motorcycles or jet skis?
Motorcycles.
Motorcycle.
Jet skis are so gay.
They're 90s. They're kind of
They're
90s.
so gay.
They're 90s
Especially the
gay, though.
stand-up ones.
They're 90s gay. It reminds me of like Gay Ken. Like Gay Ken at the
100%.
Remember that?
I'll fucking smash on a jet ski and be
Do you?
real gay. Oh
Really?
yeah, I used to as a kid all the time.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna say jet ski. I'm gonna revoke. I see the scene with the jet ski.
Okay. Roller skates or roller blades?
Blades.
I mean, roller
Come
blades are the
on.
gayest. That's the first one we've agreed on.
As my cousin would say,
Okay.
they're fruit boots. One of my favorite things he's ever said.
That's funny.
Fruit boot.
That's good. I like it.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Fire or ice?
What?
You really like these ones you put together, don't
This
you,
is
back there,
another one
Val?
that's
You
going to
make
make
these up
Kate
Yeah,
angry.
she definitely wrote these. Fire or ice?
It's going to
Fire?
make Kate angry.
Well, it's again fire.
I think
Oh,
ice
you
is
found
pretty
one?
gay.
Oh, I envision
think ice
Shane's
is gayer.
flame-throwing leather pants, and so I'm going to go with
Okay.
fire.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
I think they're both pretty gay.
You think ice is gay?
I think ice is kind of gay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I do.
It is like gay. I don't know. Ice is kind of gay. It's like
Okay.
jet skis are gay. Like,
My
I don't
turn?
know. Yeah.
All right. A kayak or canoe?
Canoe.
Canoe.
Yeah, agree.
This is silly.
Trucker hat or dad hat?
Trucker hat.
Trucker hat.
Okay, good. We're starting to get in a rhythm here. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I cut you off beforehand? I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
No.
Okay.
New York or LA?
L.A.
LA.
I think LA is pretty gay. We're going to hear a whole thing about this.
Is it going to make people angry? Because then there's Brooklyn. And you're like, oh,
But
that's
Brooklyn
gay.
wasn't on the list.
I know.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Okay,
on the
so
list.
that's
Wasn't.
okay.
The, New York and Brooklyn are. I know.
So if it was LA and Brooklyn, what would it be?
But your photo shoot at Cubbyhole, very gay.
And that was Manhattan.
It was.
But that's a photo shoot.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I find
Kate
that
is very specific, and I am learning
Are
that
you just
today.
learning
Yeah.
Would you like generalities?
No,
I can
no.
totally sit in generalities and stay quiet, but don't you
No.
want specificity?
I want
do?
specificity.
I'd love specificity. Rescue dog or rescue cat?
Oh,
Dog.
Both.
Both.
I'm gonna say both. I
that's
don't
a
think
tie. It's a tie. And you can't separate those. Yeah.
That was a
Both.
mean question.
it was a
That question seemed a little homophobic.
It was a trick
if you
question.
If you want to know what my thoughts
Okay,
are on that.
abandoned barn or abandoned church?
Barn.
Barn.
What the fuck?
Were you was Val just thinking of like random shit?
Yeah, but you know what?
But this is
Even
also-
if it is, it's kind of fun to imagine why.
Yeah, it is.
Why you come to the answer.
Abandoned.
I just envision gingham.
Barn
I
is
think of
gay.
I think
Barn,
of
it's
gingham,
gay.
and I think of gay.
Yeah. Or like Brokeback Mountain.
Gay.
Gay.
Just barn, just the wood,
Barn.
The
Gay.
wood.
the vibe.
Yeah, the hay.
Hey.
Negronis or rosé?
Negronis.
Negroni.
That's my drink.
It is?
It is my drink.
Okay.
But I feel like rosé is so gay
Yeah, but in a
think so?
different gay way.
in a different gay way. That's true. Oh, now we're going to get specific.
Okay, now we're getting into it. Oysters, mussels.
Oysters.
Agree.
Oysters are gay,
Oysters.
for sure.
And also, that's also like the image that's always
Now
being
we're
used
like
for.
acting like it's obvious. Yeah, like guys. Okay,
I got through all mine.
last one. My last one. Chocolate pudding or chocolate mousse?
Chocolate.
Pudding seems gay.
But chocolate mousse is gay.
wait, well you can't.
Chocolate mousse. It's
Chocolate
decadent.
mousse is it's very annoying to
decadent.
make. It's very hard, but it's gay.
Okay. Do you have one more? Or is
I
that it?
do.
You're
What is
done?
it?
She's over it.
I'm over it.
I want to hear it. What is it? What is it?
She's over it.
This is like the most chill. Converse or Vans?
Both.
Converse.
Converse are gay.
Both. Both.
Sorry to make you play that. We can cut that
Why?
in half.
Oh my God, I love
You're
it.
like, I hate this podcast.
I thought you guys
I
were
love
cool
this
until I
podcast.
got here.
I know that you're cool. I was like driving over here. I'm like,
You're
I'm so honored. What am I going to say? Though,
What do you want to say?
Well, no.
wanna
Do
say
you want me to
something?
keep bringing it back to Kevin Bacon? How we almost
Yes.
could have met.
Yes.
Yes.
So this will be
Let's
fun.
go back.
Yeah.
Okay, Kate.
Yes.
Many moons ago, when I first moved to Los Angeles, I had a dream of being a star. And just kidding. I was a star already, let's be real. And I only had a couple of like real auditions when I was here. I had this lesbian who wanted to be my manager, which like that's the beginning of a horror story. But she actually got me some real auditions. And one of those was Ray Donovan.
Ah.
Did you have to have
Did you
an
get the
accent?
job?
No, because we would have. Oh, actually, we wouldn't have met.
What-
But like we would have. So it was for the pilot, and I
Okay,
actually went to tape and did the whole thing. Like met them. They like put me on tape, and it was to play. And I was trying to find it last night in my email, but this is 10 plus. I mean, this was a very long time
It
ago.
A long
was-
time ago.
And it was I
12 years ago.
auditioned to when I first moved. Yeah, 12 years ago, and it was to audition to be this like washed up pop star who opened up her door and was like on drugs and like needed Ray Donovan to do something. And it's so funny because I kind of just like forgot about it. I didn't get it. And I just like moved on. And then I watched the pilot not that long ago and I'm like, oh my God, that could have been me.
That was in the pilot?
Mm-hmm.
That was. Are you sure it was the pilot?
She just watched it.
I'm pretty damn sure it was the
Damn.
pilot.
Did
Isn't that
you
crazy?
feel good
Did
about
I-
your read? Were you like surprised you didn't get it?
Was actually.
Yeah.
And then to even bring it further, my mother, who I'm like estranged from, I will never forget this, years ago was like, have you ever seen this show, Ray Donovan? I'm like, yeah, that's so funny because I actually auditioned. She
for
goes,
it.
well, whatever. I really like this one girl in it. And it was you.
No way.
The mom's like her. Well, everyone likes her, but you do have a mom thing.
Isn't that
Mom's like
funny?
you. It's like a fantasy, I think.
It's maybe like a fantasy.
Okay, and then we'll bring it to you, Leisha, how we
I
almost met. Yeah, I thought this is what we're going to
Okay,
do
let's
here.
go. We almost
Glad I
met.
prepared in the car.
Okay,
I'm
great.
like,
You got to
just
remember all of
fucking
it.
blowing on the freeway. Like, what are we going to talk about today? Okay, so you and I have actually crossed paths.
Chocolate pudding. That's what we talked about.
Jet skis. Okay, so one day there's two things. After I unfortunately the industry like didn't catch up to my greatness.
Right.
I was bartending on Sunset Boulevard and I had the worst shift ever because my boss at the time was awful and he would make me work Saturday nights until like 4 a.m. and then I'm getting
Oh,
there
she's
and then
getting there.
come and open up the fucking bar on Sunday morning, which was brutal.
so
It was
Ew,
so
awful.
mean. It was awful. And it was a place called the Evely. And you came in, and I'll never forget.
At 4, no, what time?
On Sunday brunch. It's like a brunch show.
The one over on Sunset. The one on Sunset.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I was
that's
like,
a long time ago.
Okay,
go.
This has been
Okay, go.
energetically brewing for so long.
This is weird.
And I'm so tired. And I'm like cross-eyed, like doing the bar. And I don't think you were there. Maybe you were there, Kate, but I specifically remember you walking in. I was like, it's Alice from fuck. You know what I mean? And I'm like, the murmur, like losing my mind. I'm like, what do I do? Like,
yeah, what did you do?
I did come over and I came from out behind the bar. Instead of just like putting the drinks out, I like came and gave, you guys were sitting in the corner and I came and I like dropped it and you're like, thanks. I was like, okay, like, bye. I think. I was like, let me know if you like need a little bit more citrus in there. Like sometimes I don't know. It's like, like whatever. And you were like, great, like get fucked. I'm like, okay, bye. So that was the first time.
Was I nice?
You were so nice.
Okay, good.
You're great. You were like so lovely. But I was being so crazy. That's what was the funny. And I think you were like, got it. You know what I mean?
No.
I can't imagine how often that happens. But then another time is when I used to live over on Beverly and Stanley, and Escuela Tacos was the little spot.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
And you were there with someone, and I can't remember who. And I had my dog, Ravioli. This is not that long ago. This was like pandemic. This was during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I had my little dog, Ravioli, who's the light of my life. And I kept walking back and forth between fucking Tironi and I'm like, yeah, like I just feel like a vibe. Like I feel like I think this is the time now
And I'm
for
just
us
like,
to be friends. And you're just like la 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 la, like kind
stuffing
of like
tacos in
no,
my
I
face.
think you like kind of looked at me like that's strange. Like maybe she lost something. Because she's just back and forth and
There
back
she
and
is
forth
again.
and yeah, exactly like. Hey, so weird. It's like a Westworld loop. You know what I mean? Like she's like fucking short circuiting out.
Maybe I thought you needed help or something.
100%. So I come home and I'm like, oh my God, like Liz, like what is wrong with you? Like walk upstairs, my wife's like, where have you been? Like what's up? And I'm like, okay.
Don't ask.
I was like, so Leisha Hailey is out at Escuela and she's like out on the park bench like eating tacos. And I was like thinking like, I don't know, we just have like so many people in common. Like, you know, and Rachel's like, what did you expect was gonna happen? And I'm like, well, maybe
You
she
never
would be
know.
like cool outfit, like cute dog,
Yeah.
like Ravioli, like dance monkey
cute.
dance. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. I'm with you.
Ravioli, this is your time.
I
but-
feel like that could, yeah, maybe you just needed to walk by one more time and I would have caught you.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
You know, or
Because
fallen.
I would be like, oh, that's cute jeans, or I love
I
your
was
shoes,
not-
or
remember,
look at that
this
dog.
is-
Oh my
You
God.
You can always win someone
Cosplay.
over with a cute dog.
yeah,
Always.
and she's
Yeah.
the supermodel. So I was like, oh, come on, Ravioli, like
Was
do
I with a
something.
lot of people or like
You're
one
with
person?
one person, and so I was like, maybe she's on a date. Like,
Was
I
it
don't really
Kim?
know. Yeah,
Was it
I
a
think
blonde
so.
person?
I think it was Kim.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but what was I gonna do? Be like, hey, girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I didn't. So treat them mean,
Wow.
keep them keen.
Shit.
Well, shit.
But I really feel like
but-
it's like been like this.
Well, can I tell you when we did meet you that night?
oh yeah,
Kate, you were somewhere else, and I was like, you got to come meet this girl. She's fucking awesome.
At LPAC. At
I
LPAC.
literally, you like shined like the fucking sun.
Shined bright like a
And I
diamond.
was like,
that is so nice.
I was literally a moth to a flame. I'm not a moth, mate. It was like a flame to a flame. And I was like,
Burnt by the fire.
sure.
Burned by the fire.
Yeah. I just came right to you, and we were just like, blah, 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 blah,
I know we
blah.
had fun that night.
We had a lot of fun.
Oh,
And then
you-
I met
you-
Nick, and then I went and got Kate, and I'm like, get over here. She's so cool.
That was really fun.
And that was it.
And then
So-
we wound up seeing each other a week later. No,
No,
less
no.
than a week later.
No.
The next day?
the
2 days.
12 hours later.
12 hours later.
Where
in
I
San-
was like your bodyguard with my like Bottega fucking clutch. and by the way, I was like, see, Rachel, this is why I need nice things, because this was a blockade for the girls and these like lesbians.
And then we got in trouble because, or no, you got in trouble for moving a placeholder, but in reality, I think I did that.
No, Leisha
I
did
did
it.
it. I moved the place.
I'm the queen of, no, I think, are you
I don't
sure?
like when I sit down at a table and people tell me where to sit. So I was all, dude, great.
I would
Well,
love
you're
it.
amazing. Thank you.
No,
for
this
coming all
is my
way.
lifelong dream to be on pants.
Wah, wah.
sorry.
No,
I'm
I.
so
What do you
sorry.
mean? Why
What are you
going
going to do now that you've peaked?
It's true.
It's all downhill. Truly, I do not know where to go from here. I like, where is there to go?
At least you have Hollywood Reporter to fall back on.
Yeah.
Luckily, yes, I do. But I mean, it is the
You're the only one working in Hollywood. So congrats.
Enjoy your job.
Literally.
Enjoy employment.
Yeah, except for now.
Right.
Literally.
But that's why I'm
barely.
saying enjoy it now.
Yeah. I'll just move in.
Yeah.
I can cook. I'm really good.
See?
So there you go.
Oh, great. There you go.
Do you need a nanny?
Look, you see how excited I just got? I was like, this could work.
There's another one right across there in
I
case
could
you need to
just
upgrade.
live here.
Yeah.
It'll be great. Then that's really my dream. Could you imagine? Because that's the thing about the L word is it was such a lie to me.
Yeah.
I thought I was moving to LA to like live in some like hot 45-year-old lesbian's bungalow, and then we would like casually have like illicit sex.
Yeah.
And everything would be great.
Meanwhile,
and I'd
you're in
get,
a
like,
studio
job.
off of like Hollywood
I
and
was
Argyle.
living with a chick that got literally kicked off of American Idol for doing meth and was best friends with Janice Dickinson. And I lived behind an American fucking barrel, and we had cockroach. No, I'm dead serious.
That's pants.